This might be the beginning of an out season that might continue for a few hours, few days, or few weeks. We don't really know, but it seems like we're getting the signs that there will be some strength in altcoin charts. And in this video, I want to show you the charts that I'm currently in. All of my positions, we're going to do a rundown. And of course, we're going to look at Ethereum. We're going to start here actually. And I want to share with you really an existential crisis that I always have with altcoins when we have such kind of moments in the market. So let's just jump right into it. And this is the Ethereum chart. And as you can see on the weekly, we have a very nice uptrend, although Bitcoin was kind of dominating the last few weeks and months, I would say. We're seeing that Ethereum right after the Shanghai update, it seems like everybody was waiting for this event and it turned out to be non-event. I even have this dashboard that I was checking earlier, and there hasn't really been movement. Yes, probably there will be a queue, and all of the major exchanges like Binance and Kraken and so on will need some time in order for all the staked Ethereum that wants to be unstaked to go through. But still, right now, it's pretty much a non-event, and that's actually good because this means that not so much people will be willing to kind of unstake their Ethereum and sell it, which it's kind of expected because if you've held this for 3 years already through the bear market, it doesn't make sense to just sell it now. But we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But the chart really tells us that this was actually even a positive catalyst because as you can see here, this was the key level that I was looking for around 2K. We just blasted through this the last couple of days. And so we have to see, obviously, this is the weekly chart. We have to see how this will close. Maybe, we retrace fully back on and we're back below this, which also will give us good signs for maybe short setups. But right now we have a raging beginning of a bull market right here. And I think really this entire area was like the bear market. And if we stay above it, that will be a very good sign because we get into this higher range already and we're that much closer to new all-time highs. Of course, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but still, look, this level of 3.5 thousand is not that far. And then, of course, we have the all-time high around 5,000. I don't think we'll get there anytime soon, but still, definitely, this chart shifts the perspective of the overall altcoin market. I have quite a bit of positions opened on altcoins right now. We're going to do a rundown through each of them. So let's just start with Optimism. This one is the biggest position, or maybe with Matic right now, they're almost equal in size. And as you can see, this line here of previous all-time high was holding up pretty well. If we jump onto the daily chart, we're consolidating here. I tried to buy here a breakout. Obviously, we got faked out. I didn't sell this position because it's an accumulation one for now. And then I bought here the retest. I was patient. I didn't buy this really much. Washed down to the next level. It's around $1.80. And I've been patiently waiting to see what's going to happen here. One of the main reasons for not buying more here at the lows is, first of all, I already have quite a good chunk here in Optimism and in general in alts. But also Arbitrum, I think, is the better ecosystem, the better token in general when it comes to adoption and total value locked. And I'm considering that at some point, maybe I will flip all of my OP position, or at least some of it, if it's in profit, obviously, and if I close it, or if I take profit somewhere higher above. And I might flip into Arbitrum because it's really hard to keep track of so many tokens, and there are plenty of tokens to look into. Just on my watch list, I have like, I don't know, 50 tokens, and at least 10 or 20 of them are interesting to me. So it's really hard to, be able to track all of them. And projects that are very closely matched, like Arbitrum and Optimism, I don't think it makes sense for me to hold both. Optimism has a slightly smaller market cap, but also less adoption. So even if this runs, let's say, 800% in the next bull run, and in Arbitrum runs 700%, I'll be fine if I just choose one and invest in it. And potentially there are so many layer 2s that I'm excited about that haven't yet drop the token. So it will make my life even more miserable when this happens. So I need to be kind of strict with risk management, and you cannot invest in all of the tokens, and it doesn't really make sense to do this, because even if you do it, it doesn't mean that you make more money, as I just mentioned in the example. So on this chart, what I'm seeing right now is that we had this breakout here. We held first of all the support, and then we had a breakout here around, what's that, 230 on the daily chart, maybe even on the 4-hour chart you will see it clear. There was this key level here that we were testing a few times, and now we have just a continuation to the upside. And that's actually a good sign, because we have been holding higher lows all through here, as you can see, but then on a bigger scale we did have some lower highs, lower lows in this area. So I think this is a key moment for OP to kind of reverse trend. I hope it does, because this is, I think, on the weekly, maybe you can see it a little bit there. This is the major next area right here that I'm looking as a lower high in this case, and we are currently retesting it. So I would love for this to show a bit more strength and even retest this area around $3 in order to kind of confirm that this is an accumulation range in the higher zone, and that it does have some life in it, and potentially we have a breakout. And so I'll probably be taking some profits if we break out, or if we retest here and I see the altcoin season kind of dying out, I'll probably also take some profits. So just keep this in mind. I'm monitoring this chart very closely, and pretty much a lot of charts look similar. You'll see this on Matic, very similar situation. I've been averaging here in this area, and I'm bullish, very bullish on Matic. Obviously it's probably one of the best L2s, but again it's an L2, so again with Arbitrum and Optimism and all the others, I'll probably need to make some decisions with Matic. But right now with the average cost that I have, I'm feeling all right. We also had a breakdown here from the breakout we had, but now we're kind of confirming this channel right here. And I didn't buy any more. This was my last buy here on the dip, and I'm comfortable. I feel okay with this position to hold it. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. So the next one is Magic. Magic is a bit tricky. I really like the fundamentals of this project. You've probably know this. I've done videos and research on this. I really like it. Maybe it's not the right time for it just yet to shine. As you can see on the daily, we have lower highs, lower low here, and we're still holding here above this high, of this low. So we're kind of forming this higher low, the first one, but again, for the trend to reverse, pretty similar picture like Optimism, I will want to see some more strength. Otherwise on the daily and on the hourly chart, we do have some kind of a breakout here around $40, $50, but definitely I will need to see more price action to the upside in order to be more comfortable with this position. I'm a bit mad that I didn't buy this retest here, because it was kind of perfect retest of this low range. Use this tool. As you can see here around the dollar, it was just a perfect buying area. I didn't buy. I don't remember why, but probably one of the reasons was because it's really hard to keep track of all these altcoins and all these charts, and that's why I want to consolidate them a bit. But yeah, I'm holding this comfortably. Currently, I'm probably at break even with these couple of buys. And if we retest, I'll reevaluate. And if we show weakness before, we have a higher high here, then maybe I even would cut it and just wait for a clearer setup here, somewhere high of a potential breakout around $2.2. STG is another one. This is one I recently bought actually here on this dip. And I've been just riding it. Again, it's at key area. You can see here, it's been showing higher lows here. This is the first retest of this for a potential higher high here. So I want to see a close this candle above this area, even maybe around 90 cents. Probably $1 will be major area here because it's a round number. But again, similar situation. I'm holding this also because of the potential airdrop on layer 0. So maybe I'll hold this through even if we retest and we fail to break out. But we'll see. GMX, probably the cleanest chart out there. If we go on the weekly, I want to show you something. There it is. So it's perfect. Just higher highs, higher lows. all the way. We're consolidating here close to an all-time high breakout area. We just retested it here, which just makes it even better. Ascending triangle. I got faked out here. I sold all my GMX here, and then I started to rebuying some here. What is this? Around $80, around $60, $70, and I'm just waiting. Probably if we get a sustained momentum here and a breakout, I would buy the breakout. But I can also be patient and just maybe buy a retest depending on the conditions on the market. So yeah, this is probably the cleanest chart, and I need to increase this position. I really like it, so this will be probably a core position for me going forward. Solana, I still have a back. To be honest, I've added it back up to my list because I'll probably add some. After what happened lately with FTX, there's some hope for FTX people that got burnt. But also, Solana has just been beaten down, and I'm not sure it's worth it. So much beating down, but I just need to see a clearer setup. So if we get a breakout here, potentially I could get it, or if we retest this area around $12, probably I could also add some to my size and just be like a moon back, because like I've made a lot of money on So, and I think it will survive. The number of users is not growing for now, and we're still not in an NFT bull run. So I think these couple of things will be catalysts for Solana for potential strength. Next one is Galaxy. This, I think I'm in slight profit currently. But one of the trickiest charts, to be honest. I was a bit earlier to jump on this. On the weekly, you'll see that we have lower lows, lower highs, and pretty much we're just making the first signal higher low here on the daily. Again, very similar setup. Let me just zoom in a bit so you can see it. So this area right here, a breakout retest here around $2, round emotional number, and now we're going up to the next levels around $2.40. So this one, I still really like it. I mean, I see it everywhere. Every project that I'm following, in a one way or another, they're kind of contributing things to Galaxy ecosystem, and the fundamentals are good. But maybe I'll cut it just because I want to have less positions in general with higher conviction. And this is mid cap. It's like, I think, $100 million market cap. So it's relatively low. It has potential, but I'm also looking to other projects with this size. So I have to make some decisions there. For now, it looks all right. I haven't added because of these reasons that I just mentioned. And again, I'm going to evaluate if we get here what am I planning to do. And if we break below this area, probably I'll cut it at break even and just, try to find something better. Arbitrum. I just did a video on Arbitrum, and this like ruined my chart, to be honest. I was planning to buy here a breakout, a bit more accumulation, but this decided just to run like crazy. It's been showing a lot of strength. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but just watch the video and you'll see what I mean. And it's been like, I want this. I really want this. I like the ecosystem. Probably I'll be looking to add more tokens within the ecosystem. And if we get a retest and we see something like a confirmation here that this level will hold around $1.50, then probably I'll be able to add more. I don't want to chase these green candles. I didn't add here because I have an airdrop, but I didn't add here because there hasn't been that much price history, and this level could have easily broken down. I'm not really mad about not adding this, so I have plenty of out exposure, probably combined with all of the ones that I mentioned already. Probably I'm like 10 to 15% from all my overall portfolio into altcoins. So probably if we have a run up, I will look to reduce this. So currently I'm okay with the size that I have. And the last one I wanted to touch on is Radiant. I bought a bit somewhere, I think around 34 cents. I don't remember the price exactly, but I bought this because it might increase the chances of a layer 0 airdrop. So it's a really, really small position for me. I'm not really gonna, sell it because of this. It's actually locked, so I cannot even sell it for the next month or so. I have to check on the staking site. But it's totally fine for me. I'm not in a rush really with this one. I have a separate purpose for holding it. but really just a really good chart. We held this level of support around 30 cents, and now we're ripping above this descending triangle. So really good sign, and I really like this project. Very good, very solid fundamentals. So this next level around 40 cents could be key, and also definitely it's a play that you should be interested in. If you don't know anything about it, go and learn, because they're offering some very cool products. And that's pretty much everything. If you have any question, guys, you know how to find me, and I will definitely be sharing also charts that I'm looking into for potential buys. Whenever I have some, I'll share it with you as always.